This video is not intended for viewers under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be starting something different. We're going to start a series on the Mmc all built-in Bruticus. And to start things off, where better to start than with the leader of the group, Ps-14 Incursus, which is their version of a masterpiece onslaught. This is the kind of bot you can't put down. I've been messing with them daily ever since I got them in the mail. But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and get your bell on so you get notified of future content. But all that said, let's take a look and see what Incursus has in store for us. Stay tuned. To start things off, let's look at accessories. He only actually comes with one. It is his cannon. It's designed to be used in all three modes, so bot mode, combine mode, as well as alt mode. So for bot mode, you simply flip down the handle, and then for combine mode, you flip down the bigger handle. And for alt mode, store everything away. It's nicely done. It's got some sculpted detail on it. It is painted. Actually, I'm sorry, no, it's not painted, it's plastic. But some really good detail on it. I do like when they have hollow barrels, gives it more of a realistic look, in my opinion. But it is a fairly large gun. It's done decent enough. That does store nicely in alt mode. Gives the appearance of a third cannon, which is a nice touch. And that does slide into his hand using the standard masterpiece method. Holds really securely too. Overall, nicely done. So let's take a look at the alt mode. It is actually very tune accurate, and I will put a image of the cartoon version right here. The coloring along the side, as well as the cannon and the details on the front, do look very cartoon accurate. So let's take a look at some of those details. Beginning with the front, got some nice painted silver and red along the bumper. You got the probably weirdest camouflage I've ever seen going on in the hood. Kind of looks like a blue cow, to be honest, but it's done fairly well. You've got plastic for the windshield and the windows. It's somewhat transparent, but you can't really see much. Coming down the side, you got some nice molded details on the door. You got a built-in door handle. Okay. Lots of paneling on this guy, but it's done fairly well. Some more molded detail. They've actually got visible rivets down the side here. Painted silver on the rims. Wheels are actually rubber, which is nice. Come around to the back. Could have done with some silver paint or some black paint on the bumper, but you got red for the tail lights. That's about it. Other side is the same. Moving on to the gun, you've got nice silver along the barrels. They do articulate. You get better articulation if you actually extend them out like so. That allows you to completely move them around. And it is on a pivot, so you can spin at 360. And you actually get the ability to pivot so it doesn't always have to be straight. And one other functionality thing I noticed is you can actually open the top, which exposes a little bit of molded detail, but not much. I mean, they didn't have to include it, but they did, so it's a pretty nice touch. Again, nice molded detail on the top of the hatch, coming down along the barrels. Nice silver decor. Really good. And one thing that impresses me is there's not many screws at all. You've got some on the wheels, maybe a pin here or two visible, but other than that, it's really well self-contained. It is done, in my opinion, very, very well. Dog hair is not included. And for comparison, here he is with the Mmc Frotto or Swindle. I think that Swindle's a little big compared to this, but overall, aesthetically, he's fine. So, looks really good, and we are utilizing the gimmick that allows the trailer to bend in the middle. It's just accessed by pressing this button here, and you can put it back into straight mode very easily. Just for another comparison for something that we're used to, here he is with MP10. Let's go ahead and do that. That way you can get a sense of how big he is. So overall, he scales fairly well with MP10 in my opinion. Not too bad. And here we have Incursus himself. And I must say he is a big boy. I'm actually having a little bit of trouble getting him to fit in my set and show him from top to bottom. But he is done really, really well in my opinion. And I will put a cartoon image right here because they have taken some liberties, but they had to do it for the all-in-one gimmick. But my opinion, he is really well done. He may not match the cartoon perfectly, but what can you say? I do definitely feel that this is better than the Zeta, even the metallic version, which was the recent release. But let's get in close and take a look at some of the details here. Now, one thing I will say, he has the best head light up gimmick that I have seen on a Masterpiece Transformer. So let me just turn my light off here for momentarily. And I mean, that is bright. You can see the reflections going through my camera. Even with my light on, it is exceptionally bright, and it's done so that it can actually come through the combine mode head as well. So it's really, really well done. But let's take a look at some detail. The head, which you activate the light by simply pressing down, it's very sensitive, so be aware of that. But it's on a ball, so you get wiggly waggly, 360 degrees, attitude, that far up and that far down. So overall, really well done. Coming down the arms, done in plastic with the exception of the green on the sides, which is painted. Nicely detailed. Got the paint from vehicle mode. Forgot to mention that the clear lenses on the headlights, they look really well too. But one thing I don't like is the fact that the mirrors just kind of hang out here. Definitely feels like a point of damage. They come off easy enough, but then you have to worry about remembering where your mirrors are. So just something to be aware of. Be careful. Coming down the arms, hands are done in molded plastic, but done well enough. As far as articulation, the arms will go up to there. Now they're Down, you're kind of always stuck with the arms being out a little bit like this, just because of this flap. You can get rid of that by flipping the flap down, but you lose the rotation on the arms if you do that. So I leave it up. But you get upper bicep rotation. It's hindered a little bit by this piece on the back, but if you really don't need anything more than what's provided, then you can adjust the back pieces. Coming down the hand, really nicely done in my opinion. They don't have any sideways motion, but they are individually articulated. The thumb is on a ball joint, and each finger has a pin as well as 2 points of articulation. So definitely well done in my opinion. And they do have swivel as well. Same for the other side. Coming down the chest, all done in this nice blue. Silver trimming around the abs here, which that's mainly for combined mode, but it's nice how the wheels appear here again. That I think is cartoon accurate. If the image isn't still there, then we would have seen it at that point. He does have a nice ratcheted waist swivel, as well as a decently done ab crunch. So that's great. Coming down to the legs, hip skirts can flip out of the way. So you get a nice range of motion here. You get a little bit of twist on the legs, not much, but it's mainly due to the joint. But he can go up to there again on good strong ratchets. Back to there, so more than you'll ever need. And again, ratchet it out to the side. Very, very well done. You get upper thigh rotation. A little bit more than 90 degrees of bend on the knee. Again, we have more paint here. The thighs are just black plastic, but the silver and green is very, very well done, as well as the kneecaps and behind the knee. Coming down, we got some paint here, but not much. As far as articulation for the feet, you do get toe down and full foot up, as well as a very decent rocker. So articulation is extremely well done on this character. I have to say I was very pleasantly surprised. So no complaints at all. Maybe a little, let me take that back, maybe a little bit with the flaps preventing the arms from going all the way down, but what can I say? I mean, for one thing, and they needed to go somewhere, but it's a minor detail. Overall, this guy's really, really well done. And let's bring in a bot for comparison. So here we have MP Ironhide. You can see how that stacks up. And for a smaller bot, why not? Got Fans Toys Dude Runner. So there they are. Sorry, he's so big I have to do a freehand for this recording. Alright, so there they are in robot mode. Alright, and lastly I wanted to show you the combined mode. So here's what the torso and head is going to look like when you transform it to combine everything together. So going down a little bit, there, as you can see, the legs were the simplest part of the transformation, just very minor adjustments there. But coming up the torso, you got some nice silver paint. Going into the what is conceived to be the purple for blast off in his wings, and then going into the head. Very well done. And the blast effect, sorry, the the light up feature that is incorporated into the bot mode head does actually shine through into the combined head. If you look, literally it's just Onslaught's head in there, and it's powerful enough that it can actually shine through into combined mode. So that, I think, is a really well done gimmick. So that is it for combined mode. We'll do this in more detail when we have everybody in the team together and we do one final episode to demonstrate the combined mode. So final thoughts, what can I say? In my opinion, he's a very well put together, very well done Decepticon masterpiece figure. I mean, he ticks all the boxes for articulation and decor. Nicely detailed, nicely articulated. A little bit of sacrifice was made in order to do the all-in-one gimmick, but man, it looks really good. And with the added light feature and the articulation they were able to add with ab crunch and waist rotation, everything looks really good on this guy. Do I recommend him? Certainly. He is probably one of my favorite figures in my collection at this point. I can't put him down, to be honest. And I'm really looking forward to getting the other bots in the mail and completing the series, because I have a feeling that a lot of the other bots are going to be held in the same high esteem as this one, in my opinion. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again next time.